As for the plot of this train wreck, James gets a letter from his ex-girlfriend saying that something terrible happened and he needs to come back. Through James's travels, we see a bunch of flashbacks that he met Mary in Silent Hill. They started dating and moved in together at the Woodside Apartments. However, James started noticing some weird shenanigans and finds out that Mary's involved with a cult. A cult that worshipped her dad, and now they worship her too. James said enough was enough, and that he was leaving Silent Hill and Mary needs to come with him. But Mary refuses, and she stays with her cult. We also don't learn anything about this letter. Who sent it, where it came from, how it got to him. Was it delivered by Mary? Was she the mailman? She's everyone else in this movie, apparently. So our boy drives to Silent Hill and begins his journey. He meets Mary Angela in the cemetery. He makes his way to the underpass, talks to a homeless guy, takes the homeless guy's radio, and this is when we have our first Otherworld shift. He then runs around in first-person mode in some PS2 CGI graphics. This leads James to seek refuge in the Woodside Apartments. Eddie apparently lives in these apartments, but doesn't know James from when he lived there. Maybe Eddie is another version of James, for all we know. And this is when we finally meet the big man. I'll admit, his new design is a hell of a lot better than it was in the last two movies, but they do nothing with him. He has like 3 scenes, and they're all hilarious. Our introduction has him appear behind the bars in the hall. And I kid you not, he tries to use his helmet like a battering ram, grunting the whole time. And it works. There are no mannequin monsters in the movie. Instead, a normal mannequin that also looks like Mary? Mary Mannequin? So Mary Mannequin turns into a giant spider, and James gets chased by Spider Mary Mannequin. This is where we get kind of a recreation of the closet scene from the game. James hides in a closet, and before Spider Mary Mannequin can attack, in comes Pyramid Head to save the day. Grunting profusely, he picks up Spider Mary Mannequin and slams her on the table, and begins to punch Spider Mary Mannequin. After he's done beating up Spider Mary Mannequin, he then confronts James in the closet. Pyramid Head gets ready to use his helmet like a battering ram again, but James's radio goes off, and him and Pyramid Head have a shared migraine, and the world turns back. From here, James leaves the apartments, and not much happens for a bit. He sees Laura on a ledge, and Laura gives him a trust fall. This was the first audible laugh we had in our audience. It was edited so fast, it seems like James wasn't gonna catch her. Bye-bye. James then chases her around Rosewater Park until he runs into Maria. No mention of her looking like Mary, no exchange of names. Just a, hey, you're not messed up, we gotta get out of here kind of conversation. Somehow, they determine that Mary is in the hospital, so they go there to rescue her. Again, there's another Otherworld shift, and James and Maria are confronted with an entire dance squad of nurses. And out of nowhere, one of them hits the drums, and the army of nurses are brought to life through the power of music. Anyway, after all that hospital junk, James and Maria work their way to the hospital basement. We're gonna have that iconic basement scene. Yeah! For some reason though, the hospital basement is an art gallery, full of James's paintings. And this is when James has a realization. He controls the other world, and Maria is only slowing him down. So he uses his super Silent Hill powers and spawns Pyramid Head to kill Maria. Then James magically teleports all the way to the Lakeview Hotel. This place holds absolutely no significance for James or Mary in this story. But it's on fire, so James goes running in. He meets Laura again for the last time, who tells him that he needs to accept what we are, meaning all of the Marys. I guess they're all a hive mind now? I have no idea, but Laura's face turns into Mary. James then goes upstairs and runs into Mary Angela. She's on a bed saying that he still has a hold of her, and she sinks into the bed and James tries to pull her out, but he gets sucked in too. And we end up in Angela's other world. Which is weird because, again, why are all these characters Mary? The film doesn't dive much into Angela at this point, so who is she referring to? This film isn't here to explain the traumas of our cast of characters like in the game, so what is this here for? Well, that doesn't matter, because now that James is in the flesh room, he sees the abstract daddy monster. But it also has Mary's face? Is it Abstract Angela? Abstract Mary? James walks over to Abstract Mary Angela Daddy and holds its head. And I honestly forgot. But he's back in the burning hallway and working his way to the rooftop of the hotel. Because Christoph Gans made notes of these locations, and damn it, James has to follow these locations even if there's no rhyme or reason for any of these actions. Because seriously, why is James even here? This place has no meaning to him or Mary in this movie. On the roof, everything is on fire, except for a bed. The bed floats in the air, and in it, the ultimate Mary. Zombie Mary. James then uses his Silent Hill superpowers to fly up to Zombie Mary, where he has his last flashback. James did come back to Silent Hill, but the cult's poison has taken its toll on Mary. That or she's been cannibalized too many times. Or was it the poison? But she comes back after they eat her, but the cult members also turn into her. So what's killing Mary now? Just the potion she was drinking? Anyway, she asks for it to end. James takes out a rag and literally shoves it down her mouth. Our theater literally busted up into laughter at this point. The flashback ends, and James is leaving town with Zombie Mary's body. And drives his car into the lake. And all of a sudden, the movie starts over. James meets Mary for the first time, he picks her up, and they leave Silent Hill. So I guess not only can James transform the town, spawn a pyramid head, but he can also time travel. This movie made no sense.